Year.
All right. Back Cookout episode season 2, episode 3 of the Cookout going live right now
Yeah, we're
on YouTube and Twitch. Got Adam and Eris as always. Um, I want to ask how you guys are doing, but I kind of feel like I have an idea. How are you guys feeling? Let's start with that.
I got fouled in basketball today, so my back is killing me.
Were you the worst guy in the gym?
No, never. I ain't never gonna walk in the gym and be the worst nigga there.
Does that mean that you would retire from basketball if that was the case?
Yeah, I mean that means it's time for me to hang it up. At that point, it's time for me to just give it up.
Adam, have you ever been the worst basketball player in the gym?
Not that I know of.
Have you seen Eris be the worst basketball player in the gym before?
There was once when he missed like 4 layups in the layup line.
I was not the worst player in the gym that day, though.
He missed like
He was 4 left-hand layups, though.
it was 4 left-hand layups. They kept having to run that whole back because he kept missing.
Eris, that's not good.
Coach Miles
Coach
was
was
pissed,
pissed.
boy. He was like, "Oh,
Letting you know.
who bought this nigga?"
I'm just letting
I
you
was
know
playing
that's
good
not,
defense,
that's
so it was
not
like,
good.
"Oh shit, maybe he doesn't suck after all."
Okay.
I don't know. I moved everywhere in the 3-man weave and still ended up being the one to take the fucking.
Take the layup. It was always on his left, and he missed it every
I don't know how
time.
the fuck that happened, but I
Let's
moved
run it again.
everywhere in the 3-man weave to not take
Layups
that.
are hard.
They're not.
I don't miss them hoes no more though, so we good.
That's all right. Okay, but anyway, in regards to your Cowboys and Giants, how are you guys? Have you guys recovered from the loss over the weekend?
I know Adam recovered. Shit, them niggas out of that game in the first half.
He started the grieving process early. Didn't he?
I know.
I tell you, we got to the spot to watch the game. The bitch was over. I stopped watching. I can't tell you anything that happened.
Started drinking after that.
Wow. Now 14-0. I stopped watching the game.
That's fair. I would say that I feel bad for you guys, but my football season basically ends in October.
Week 8.
I mean, anything past making the playoffs was just a plus. Coming
Okay.
into the season, the expectations were low.
Oh my God! Yeah,
So-
they're supposed to be the worst team in football. Ain't no way they're gonna win games. Gonna be seeing Daniel Jones get the fuck out of here.
But now, things are on
But
the
now-
upside.
Well, we'll get into your guys' games in a second. First, before we get it, on the show we got the divisional round recaps. We preview the NFC AFC championship games, and then we talk about the QB carousel. But and predict where Lamar Jackson's going, Tom Brady's going, Aaron Rodgers going, where are they all going? But first, I want to touch on a couple things. Pause. One. What? I couldn't get a pause in. The pause not valid. Or,
Oh yeah,
Brother.
oh yeah, bro.
I said I want touch on a couple topics.
Oh yeah, bro.
To know we're a show with 5-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
I respect the pause, bro. Okay,
Yeah.
first off, a couple of things that I saw over the weekend and today. One, Shannon Sharp versus everybody. Right, so you guys saw Shannon Sharp at the
Please
Lakers
pause.
game courtside, ready to take on all of the
Like this
Grizzlies,
nigga.
just Memphis in general. What did you guys think of that? Are you team Shannon Sharp? Are you team Grizzlies?
I think the Grizzlies do. They got too many antics for them to be soft when somebody critiques them. You have fun, right? You have fun with it, but like he said, you're too small to guard Braun. That's
Which
pretty
is-
much a relative fact.
Right.
It's not really like he's just
It's not
you know.
talking shit.
yeah. It's just, that's pretty much something that everybody can see,
Yeah.
right? And where we're from as a collective,
Yep.
you say fuck me.
Yep. I'm gonna say fuck you
I
back.
mean, shit, let's see what you're talking about. Let's see what them hands talking about. So I don't know. I'm kind of team Shannon on that, just because
Team Shannon all day.
I'm team both. I mean, like you said, Shannon was talking shit. You saw him on the court, like, yeah, fuck you. What now? And he said something back. It was like, all right,
He said, "Fuck you back." Yeah, he said, "Fuck you."
I don't think any party was in the wrong. It's just it was a nigga moment.
Exactly. And that's it right there, Adam. And that not even Uncle Shay is above a nigga moment.
Nigga moment.
Happens to us all.
And if the camera could have got a close up of what was in that cup.
he said when no yak in there, he was drinking Sprite. He said it was yak in there, it would have been a different scene.
I think we all know it would have been a different scene, though.
I think there was probably some yak before the game.
Maybe.
Because I think some yak helped contribute to him putting that cardigan on and leaving the house.
First of all, that cardigan was tough as hell.
That cardigan was tough, but I'm not putting that on unless I have something in my system to give me courage to put that on and go outside.
That cardigan was tough as shit.
That cardigan sales like exploded from that game. So whatever that was, I saw that like people were just ordering that cardigan like crazy. So, you know,
well, because Cannon Sharp took the cleanest picture of all time in that hoe.
That hoe was tough. I swear, I was like, he better post that on his IG ASAP because that is the toughest.
Young boy lyrics, man. That shit was tough as hell.
What? Huh? Bro, I couldn't tell you how many times I attached that to an email on Monday when people were just asking me for shit. On a Monday after like a busy week last week, someone asked me if they could put together a training session for like a certain topic or whatever, and I just replied with that picture. Nothing in the body of the email, just that. And then I sent an email right after saying, "Just kidding, yeah, I can do that." But that's gonna be an overused photo by me in text, in emails, in tweets.
This picture was cold as hell, boy. Shout out Shannon.
Okay, but I wanted to ask about that. So I'm taking Shannon Sharp over every Grizzly, right? Except for Steven Adams, we gotta talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you people on Facebook were talking like Shannon versus Steven is even. Like, hey man. Hey, dog.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh no, dog. That's Steven Adams, one of them ones you might have to reconsider, man.
Like he had to fight kangaroos and shit to get here. You know what I'm saying?
He had to fight everybody his entire life.
Let's see. Wait, Lil Green saying shots for the sub. Did you sub? Is it a sub? Wait. I didn't get the notification. It says 4 months sub, but I don't see. Oh, well, yeah. I see our sub counter went up.
Big time.
All right. So Lil Green back.
Goddamn Eagles fans. I stole them in $100.
I mean, first of all, while we're on the topic, y'all owe me money. I ended up breaking even. Or actually, I made a little bit of money. However, your team sold. I could have made more money. But we'll do a shot for Lil Green. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't get the notification, so sorry for
Part time.
I don't know. I'm looking at 2 different places where it could show me that, and it didn't pop up. Anyway, okay, but yeah, Steven Adams, Shannon Sharp. We at least got to talk about it. I think he whooping. T. Morant, bless his heart, came over to defend his son, but he rapped.
I hope T. Morant had a gun on him or something.
It was all love. It was all love for them after the game. T. Morant is one of those guys that's like, you know what I'm saying? I think every fight has somebody who just goes and gets involved because they can't be the one that wasn't involved. You know, you don't want that. You don't want to be that guy. So T. Morant feels like that guy. Right. But then he don't mean no harm.
And you know, like how many times we've been to a cookout, you know, the unc's gonna argue about some stupid.
Gonna argue about something stupid, yeah.
See him hug it out later. That's basically what it was. So, that being said, he whooping Dylan Brooks, and I would have watched that. I would have been here for that. I just don't like Dylan Brooks. I don't like his game. Dylan Brooks then tried to call Shannon Sharp a pedestrian and a blogger.
Like that's not a Hall of Famer. That's
like he don't know who he is,
right? And then meanwhile, he gave that He gave that bit while wearing the tightest black tank top beater ever in jeans.
They said that boy looked like it was just like Brock Lesnar.
I
Right,
saw
exactly. Pat McAfee commented on. I was like, "Hey man, you stole that shit out of my closet."
Somebody else said that the hoe looked like it snapped at the bottom.
Oh yeah, like one of those fucking things, girls.
Leotards or whatever. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that's tough. It'd be tough being a girl now. I give women a lot of credit for shit they gotta wear, like the button stuff at the bottom, like going to the bathroom in public, and anyway, other thing that I saw today. So Bronny James made the McDonald's All-American team, and lifetime junior varsity players and college athletes went straight to Twitter, went straight to his post on Instagram saying, "Better thank your dad," and all that stuff. And I didn't know what you guys thought about it. Like, if you thought he deserved to make it, or do you think it's more so because of his dad?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I mean, I think he deserves it. I don't think he's not he doesn't score 25 a game and stuff like that, but he plays the game well. He's pretty good at it. He's a good passer. He's a good defender. I mean, it's not like he's a shitty basketball player. I don't know. Feels like people just need a reason to complain because he's not LeBron James.
I kind of saw it as like it's the same thing with Arch. People just want to hate. You know, they think Arch shouldn't be the number one recruiter. He's overrated, things like that. It's just
he actually got
because of his name.
So
they
expect he got jumped.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that they bring up Bronny's high school stats. So he only averages 15 and like 4 or whatever. But one, he's playing on Sierra Canyon. And a lot of those other guys who are on the McDonald's All-American teams, like I've seen some of their mixtapes, and it's like they're the best player on their team by far. Like Bronny is arguably not even the best player on his own team. Or he might be this year. But also the conferences like those other teams are playing in are conferences like, ones that we were in. Like there's a couple really good teams, and then everyone else is like, B-, C- teams or whatever. And like Bronny is playing top talent almost every game and playing schools like IMG and, shit like that. So I think all things considered, even though he's currently ranked 39th, I don't think that the McDonald's All-American game is just based on like where you're ranked. I think there's more other factors than that. But I'm sure being LeBron's kid helped some.
Yeah, of course it does. Be naive to say it doesn't.
Yeah, but I do think that he deserved to be there. Like he's played a lot of those players or whatever. But I mean, if he goes out there and he looks like ass against those players, even though it's an exhibition, I think the players are still going to go hard in that game. So we'll see. But I just think people attacking LeBron or Bronny for something he can't control. He ain't put himself on the team. I think people on Twitter are just weird. People on Twitter are weird. Twitter's had like a weird stretch lately. Like I have been dealing with Cowboys fans for the last 2 days because I posted a TikTok of a Cowboys fan burning a Dak Prescott jersey while wearing a Tony Romo jersey, and then just dealing with that the last 2 days has been annoying. And I now know not to tweet about the Cowboys anymore. Or whatever. Because they're not like attacking me for posting the video, but they're like arguing with each other in my comments, and I just get tagged in every single one. So it's just like I'm tired of reading it. And then some people thought I was in the video when I clearly don't look like the person in the video. It's like some Hispanic dude.
Yeah,
I'm black.
Yeah,
I'm black. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, twitter.com. But anyway, moving on to divisional recap. We'll start with I think Adam will be quicker, so we'll start with Adam. So the Giants kind of get flooded by the Eagles. I believed in the Giants. I thought this could be kind of a trap game for the Eagles. looking ahead to the 49ers maybe or the Cowboys, and the Giants were playing well the week before. I thought they could get them, but the game was over pretty fast. Like, what were your thoughts on the game?
Like I said, I didn't watch the game that much, but
Okay.
they showed up. I mean, the Eagles showed up. On paper, the Eagles were obviously the better team.
Yep.
When they play their best, they're tough to beat, and they play their best.
So where do you think that the Giants? What's next for the Giants?
I think Daniel Jones proven himself. I think he's fine. Saquon Barkley, depends on what the money is. They want to bring him back. If he'll take like 13, 14 mil, I think both parties are happy with that. Probably depends on the length of the contract too, but take that and then go get a wide receiver. Then wide receiver and a linebacker. As far as talent, that's really all we're missing. And developing the young talent we already have.
Do you think that Daniel Jones is proven to be your long-term answer, or?
I mean, this season he has. He checked all the boxes. I don't see how you can't say he hasn't.
Got you. Okay.
Brian Daboll is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you got a coach that likes him. You have a good coach. Like I say, he's checking boxes. He's getting better. He got better every year. I don't see how you.
What if Lamar Jackson comes out and is like, I want to be a Giant?
Well, that's different. I mean, he's not Lamar Jackson.
Weird. Number 8 is available, Lamar. Here you go. Come through.
But as far as options go, he's better than most of the options that are be out there.
That's fair. Okay, Eris. So the Cowboys, we're the playoff Cowboys. And Dak is who we thought he was.
We thought he was. Kirk Cousins.
He said he was. All right. And Eris looked at him and I dead in our face and said, no, Dak is different. He's better than Jalen Hurts. He's better than Kirk Cousins. He's better than Pat Mahomes. No. And Dak Prescott is now, to me, Eris, Dak Prescott is borderline Jeff Green. Jeff Green gonna have some good games, but in the end, Jeff Green gonna be Jeff Green. Amen. So, what do you kind of have to ask yourself, like, what do you do now?
So I thought Dak Prescott was fucking horrible on Sunday. He was awful. But I said this about Dak before. I don't feel like he has. I said this years ago though, and it just keeps happening. Like, I feel like he just doesn't have control over the offense like he probably should. And it just his decision making is fucking terrible. He has horrible decision making. His decision making fucking sucks. And then, of course, couple that with Kellen Moore being the most basic, bland coach of all time. He's horrible off script. He's awful when the script goes out the window. It's not good. So I thought Dak let down a really good defensive performance. I thought the defense was really fucking good. Dak was not good. Kellen Moore was fucking awful. The Cowboys got work to do in the offseason for sure.
Do you think that the Cowboys will ever win a Super Bowl with Dak?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not, because the Cowboys are the Cowboys as a whole when it comes to making decisions is fucking shitty. So they're gonna keep doing the same fucking weak ass formula out there. Speaking of, we're gonna talk about another team here in a minute that keeps throwing the same weak ass formula out there, and they don't learn from their mistakes. But the Cowboys are the same way. They're gonna keep doing the same thing, and they're not gonna make a decision that'll be good enough to I think they need a coach that's going to give the front office some pushback on some stuff. Mike McCarthy's not that guy. For example, Kellen Moore calling play. Come on, it hasn't worked in 3 years. It's not going to fucking work. I think it's time to give him the boot. But there's stuff like that.
I think they do need to have a real conversation about what they want to do with Dak because his contract is through
I think so,
2024, isn't it?
I think no. He just signed.
He's like 26. Him and Zeke.
Well, Zeke is restructuring. Like he doesn't have a choice. He's either going to restructure or he's going to get cut.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now that's what their contract.
Oh
is.
yeah.
No, but I think Dak's contract. I'm gonna look it up. I think his contract is only through 2024.
That might be when it kicks in, the new one.
No, I think he's a free agent in 2024.
There's no way. Well, maybe. I feel like he just signed a 5-year deal like last year. Like going into last season because he wasn't going to play or 2 seasons ago.
I think that was 2 years ago.
Then
I think the 5th year is an option.
Probably. I don't know. Check that out for me.
Let's see. He's got a fully guaranteed $31 million coming next year and a non-guaranteed $34 million in 2024, and then he's a free agent.
Okay, good.
So I feel like you need to figure out now.
Yeah, I mean now's a great time to have that conversation. Like I said, it's just if you think Dak's the guy, then cool. But like you gotta get somebody that can talk. Like and like I was telling Tyler this. Some people are head coaches. Some people are just better as coordinators. Some coordinators are better as position coaches. I think that might be one of those things for Kellen Moore. You know, he's a decent offensive coordinator, but he's predictable. So, and him and Dak, that partnership doesn't work. There's been very little. I'm not gonna say no. There's been very little progression from Dak Prescott. You know,
yes,
there's been very little progression from him. He still makes the same fucking rookie mistakes that you hope that your fucking $50 million quarterback doesn't do.
Those interceptions were just horrible.
Horrible.
Especially that first one.
The first one I think is the one to Michael Gallup. I think was like a double miscommunication. First and foremost, if a fucking team blitzes, obviously the corners are gonna fucking sit. It's like 3rd and 9, so they're gonna sit on the fucking sticks. What does Dak do? He does a fucking stop to the sticks. When I'm pretty sure the route was to be a comeback. So it was all shitty from
but
both
even
parties.
then, it's how long it took him to throw it. You know those comebacks are based off timing, right?
Right. It was just
so he's sitting there and he's just standing in the pocket for 4 seconds,
and he threw
a late stick route. I mean, that's getting picked off every time.
Didn't even have to work for it.
If it's not there, check it down.
And then the other one, he threw. What the fuck? I don't even know why do you even throw that fucking ball?
It's again, he's taking it wrong to pass the ball.
It didn't matter. That one right there was like it was double covered the whole time.
Well, no, the corner was it Jimmy Ward? I think it was Jimmy Ward or the safety. He had like the flat almost. And Dak was just eyeing CD the whole time running across the field. He just waited. And once he started throwing the ball, he jumped in front of it.
I think so. The comeback route, Adam's right, based on timing. That ball was way late. You almost can't throw it.
You can't throw it. It's 3rd down, I understand, but
you can't
take it down and punt the ball.
Yeah, you punt the ball, and then the other one, yes, very much. I think in the second half, he was basically just staring at 88 and was like, all right. Like it's basically on you win your matchups, and then he's getting bracketed, and then the zone, yes, one in the flat, one over top, and I don't think Dak was seeing the field well. Like it just seemed like he wasn't reading any defenses at all. Like stuff that us three can see on TV.
he had a touchdown down the seam to fucking T.Y. Hilton, and he threw it to Dalton Schultz.
Yep.
It was like I said, it's just been very little. I think that's something the Cowboys have to decide what to do with 21's money, what to do with 77's money. They got to decide all of that. They got to get another playmaker outside of CD because running Noah Brown out there in a fucking playoff game is not going to fucking work. It's just fucking not.
Yeah, I think
it's just not going to work. And then, I mean, after that, you need another fucking pass rusher, obviously, because I mean, fuck, nobody's getting home. It's, it's,
Uh,
it's
They had Michael Parsons going against Trent Williams. I don't know what that was about.
yeah.
yeah, and it didn't matter if he went to the other side. I mean, like I was telling Tyler, like wherever Michael was at, they always put somebody there, and it wasn't even that they were gonna just like hit him, but like they weren't gonna. It wasn't that they were gonna chip, but I thought even just having somebody there, it negates Michael Parsons doing a fucking speed rush. He'll beat you on the speed rush. So if you don't let him do that, then you got a better chance of stopping him from getting a sack. Put somebody out there, whether it's Kittle or Christian McCaffrey, whoever it is, just don't let him speed rush you. And then, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence getting blocked one-on-one, fucking waste of money.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
Waste of money. Our best player was probably fucking Odigizua, and that's, I mean, he's a fucking second-year player or something.
That interception drop, also not
Hurt.
ideal.
Hit Trevon Diggs right in the fucking hand. Whatever. It's just they got a lot of stuff to do. And Trayvon Diggs is about to get paid. CeeDee Lamb is about to have to get paid. The hope is that they get that done before Justin Jefferson gets done.
Got to. If you're the Cowboys, that's a great point. Like if you're the Cowboys front office, you are rushing to get that deal done.
You got to try to get that shit done. And like I was talking to Tyler, he was like, just don't even let him get off the phone. Talk to him and say, hey, you know what? Let's talk about it again in an hour.
Yep.
Don't even wait a day, because like as soon as Justin Jefferson gets done, I mean CD's coming in underneath that, right underneath that somewhere.
Yeah, and depending on what he's gonna get a lot of money.
He's gonna get a lot, so it doesn't even matter that CD's underneath that.
Yeah, but CD's gonna get
a lot of money.
CD's gonna get 5 to 10 million more than a year than he normally would have gotten.
Right. So you got to hurry and try to get CD done, because Justin is getting done this offseason. Because
that can really handicap or like handcuff the rest of your franchise if you pay Trayvon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb, the market suggested price. I don't really know what it is for corners right now. They'd probably look at like Jalen Ramsey's contract, things like that. But yeah, the Cowboys would be in rough shape if they let Justin Jefferson sign before CeeDee Lamb. That would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving on to we'll say the Bengals, Bills for last. So the Chiefs and Jaguars. I missed that game. Oh wait, I got that game. I lost that game. I lost 3 games, so I did lose money. Yes, so I did lose that game. So I only won the Bengals this weekend. So it's just bad all around on my part. I forgot that I lost the Jaguars game. I knew I lost both of your games. Wait, did I? Yeah, lost 3 out of 4. Fuck me. That's bad. That's kicking the nuts. It's kicking the nuts. I thought it was up. J.R. Smith, I thought we was up. Sorry. Shit. Okay. So Chiefs Jaguars. I mean, the main takeaway from that game is Pat Mahomes, high ankle sprain. For a second there, I was like, the Jaguars might win this game. Jaguars might fuck around and win this game.
Man, Henny came in that whole dealing.
Hey, that was the thing, though. The Jaguars let Chad Henne lead a 98-yard drive.
Dealing.
So Pat Mahomes goes out. He goes to the locker room. He's pissed. He's slamming his jacket or whatever. And then he goes to the locker room. And then Jaguars punter, a boot, pins him at the 2-yard line. Then I see Chad Henne trotting out. I'm like, if the Jaguars get a pick 6 or a turnover or something like that, this would be very bad. And the Jaguars could fuck around and win this game. And then Chad Henne was like, 98-yard drive. Just like we all had on our bingo board. Chad Henne 98-yard drive. Just a middle finger to the Jaguars. It was never the Jaguars. That was crazy. So high ankle sprains, I don't know. I'm sure you both have had ankle sprains in your lives playing sports. Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. So I had an ankle sprain, a low ankle sprain, probably 3 months end of August, and it still is not right. And he's got a high ankle sprain, and
I
like
know.
they expect him to play at an AFC Championship game,
I
and he
mean,
played the rest of the game. But a lot of that's adrenaline and
yeah,
shit
that
like
shit
that.
swole. Shit was swollen after that game. I know it.
Yeah, I want a picture of what it looks like because that shit looks I know that shit looks horrible. And Mac Jones got a high ankle sprain earlier this year, and he had to sit out like 3 to 4 weeks.
I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely a pain management thing. They're gonna shoot him up.
I bet he couldn't even walk today.
Probably not.
Was that yesterday?
Probably gonna stay off of it.
Yeah.
Stay out. They'll shoot him up before the game. Thick ass ankle brace. Try not to run as much.
And it's his left leg, right? I can't remember which leg.
I don't remember.
But I want to say it's his. If it's his. I'm trying to think of what would be worse as a thrower. I think
it'll be your front leg, your left.
It was his. Your front leg would be worse. That's what I have. Or my left ankle is.
It's his.
It's his right.
Mm.
That's still kind of bad because you push off of that leg.
Well, Patrick Mahomes doesn't do that anyway. He just fucking. He's fucking.
I just feel bad how many times he's gonna get blitzed on Sunday.
That game can't be a shootout. He can't have to do too much.
No.
Yeah, be able to just run the ball.
I feel like everything's gonna be from shotgun. He's not gonna take anything from under center, and he can't really take anything from under center for the most part. With that, basically a snap, get the ball out, and yeah, I don't know, but I do like the Jaguars, and I do like what Doug Peterson did this year. They definitely overachieved. I think the Jaguars and the Giants are my two overachievers this year for sure.
It's amazing what good coaching would do.
I swear.
You know.
Meanwhile, the Bears have something named Matt Eberflus. I like him though. To be fair, I like Matt Eberflus. I think TBD if we got it right, but I do like him. But if we could have had Brian Dable, that obviously would have been more awesome.
Could have been you in the playoffs. Who knows?
No,
wouldn't have been you.
Hey man, slow down.
Would have been you.
Okay, but and then the Bills. We'll touch on the Bills Bengals game. Definitely not what I expected at all.
Josh Allen might be ass.
Okay, so we have to have a conversation, right? Because Josh Allen was like, it was basically just him and Pat Mahomes and everybody else, right? And then now consistently Joe Burrow has been him and Pat Mahomes 4 straight times. So it's like, now what do we do with Joe Burrow?
He's number 2 for me. I think I tweeted out yesterday.
Yeah, like clear cut number 2.
Clear cut number 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely not what I expected.
I think
Josh Allen taking a lot of heat over the last 2 days.
I think the Bills are idiots.
Why?
You play in a fucking cold weather town. You're gonna be the number 1 or number 2 seed like every year. You know it's gonna be hard for you to throw the fucking football in January or whenever it's time for playoff time. Right. Yet you still can't find a way to fucking run the ball. You don't help your running game out at all ever. And it again in the playoffs, it shows like you gotta be able to run the fucking football. And they just fucking can't, and they keep making the same mistake. Just keep letting it happen.
Just don't try.
You know who they remind me of is Green Bay. Green Bay is just dealing in the regular season. It gets cold, yeah, man. We embrace the cold. We love it.
Yeah, sounds
can't run
good.
the ball. In the
Come
court,
out there, throw a stinker.
Just be stinky. Like, come on. You think they'd understand? Like, they have to be able to run the football.
Right.
Bengals completely controlled that game. I never like watching the game. I never thought the Bills like might have a chance. at some point.
Yeah, and it was
Watching like before the game, yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, like the Bills are gonna be fine, whatever. But then you start watching, and the second quarter comes around, you're like, dude, I don't know if they're gonna be all right.
right. But I think we all said that we were taking Bengals in the points, but I think we also thought that they might just win this outright. But if you look at I'm looking at the plays breakdown, like runs versus pass. Cincinnati Bengals threw 36 times, and they ran the ball 34 times, and it's like that's what you have to do in that weather, that setting. You're on the road. You have to control the tempo and possession of the game. Buffalo 42 passes, 19 runs. Their leading rusher was Josh Allen with 26 yards rushing.
Yeah, I
leading rusher all season, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Like they keep running Devin Singletary out there every year, saving money on running backs. Like, all right, you gonna learn.
Thing is, too, they don't give Dalvin Cook's little brother James Cook any burn really.
Probably not good in pass protection.
Oh, he's definitely not.
You gotta be able to block for Josh Allen throwing the ball.
Definitely not. So I think that the play calling is not great. Do you think that they missed Brian Dable? Yesterday.
They didn't run the ball when he was there either.
Huh?
They didn't run the ball when he was there either.
True. That's true.
Now Brian Dable went to New York and was like, I got a 26. So
exactly, yeah, it's a little different. Yeah,
yeah. I don't think it's the coaching. I think it's
I got a different 26.
The GM. The GM thinks you don't need a running back. That's how the NFL's transitioning to. It's like,
right.
We don't need one. Chiefs, who they're running backs. Yeah,
they actually have a pretty decent one now.
They got a pretty good one.
Yeah, but they got lucky with him. They didn't plan on.
Yeah, they did get lucky with him. He's a baller too, man.
Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Is he hurt right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Okay. Or I was like, is he just out of the rotation? Like,
we probably need him now, but
Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon.
Jerick McKinnon.
Vikings legend, huh? Yeah. Didn't he play for the Vikings? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Bills got to take a hard look at themselves too. I think Josh Allen, I think he's not fully healthy. I think you can kind of see that. Throws are off and stuff like that. Let's see. Lil Green says Pacheco or Pollard. Who do you take? I think I take Tony Pollard.
Today, I take Tony Pollard. Yeah. Long term, I'm taking Pacheco. Today, I think Tony Pollard is great. I think he's gonna be. I don't know if he even is he. I think he's a free agent this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna pay him. And I don't.
Somebody's gonna pay Tony Pollard.
I feel like the Cowboys. I worry that the Cowboys are gonna restructure something with Zeke and keep him here and let Tony Pollard go.
And then draft the running back. That's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna burn like a second round pick on a running back and not get Dak any help at wide receiver and be in the same boat next year.
Do you think that I don't want to talk about the Cowboys anymore, but do you think that they miss like Amari Cooper?
Of course.
Because Cowboys fans, I remember when they traded him to the Browns, that people were like, "Oh, like we got CD, like we don't need Amari Cooper." And I was thinking, like,
that trade was horrible.
Yes,
I gave him way too much in hindsight, but
yes, that trade overall not good. Looking at it in 2023, not a good trade at all. But yeah, I think the Bills got some soul searching too. I think they're also hurt on the defensive side too. So I think I think they'll be back next year. I don't think they need to overthink it, but they definitely need to look at running backs. And you can't have Josh Allen be your leading rusher. I think that's like the second year in a row he's been their leading rusher, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just not.
They do have injuries though.
And Josh Allen is not right.
It doesn't. But like Harris's point, that still would have been their game plan.
100%.
So it didn't matter.
While we're talking about the Bills and Bengals, are we going to talk about Giants legend Eli Apple?
Okay, he's like the most like, and the thing is, I want to root for the Bengals now because like Joe Burrow is just. He's cool. Like he's just undeniably just the coolest dude there is. Like
Joe Cool,
bro. Like modern day, like how Joe Namath was. Just cool, bro. Like
Clean.
he
as
can't do
hell.
anything wrong at all, you know. But Eli Apple is just the most unlikable person there is, and he just is a black cloud on that team. And I feel like he reminds me of like Draymond Green on the Warriors. It's like Eli Apple's doing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the reason why they're winning games. You don't see Steph
I feel like
huffing
he's
in the
not
back.
even Draymond. He might be a Patrick Beverly.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's a better
Like
comparison.
at least Draymond's teammates, you know, he's a leader on his team. Ain't nobody listen to Eli Apple in that
right.
Think Geno Atkins then Eli Apple pump him up?
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no way.
Exactly. So, yeah. Other than that, I like the Bengals.
I saw a tweet, and it was somebody like defending Eli Apple. They were like, pretty much like, y'all want him to be quiet now, but y'all trolled him when he was with New York, and they let him go, and he went to Carolina, and they didn't like him in New Orleans, and they got rid of him. I was like, hey, these I promise you, people just don't hate Eli Apple. No. Like he wasn't good, right? Like he sucked.
A good player. Yeah,
he wasn't good. They didn't just get rid of him because he was just unlikable. No, they got rid of him because he was bad.
Yeah. So
Craig Jam, he's always been like that though. He's always been a dickhead.
So anyone want to guess how many interceptions Eli Apple has in 8 years?
2.
I feel like you wouldn't have a job if you only had 2.
5.
He's got 5 interceptions in 8 years.
Oh, shocking.
He got 2 of those with the Giants. He got one like
He got one. He got one his rookie year with the Giants. That was his only interception with the Giants. Then he got 2 his first year in New Orleans, and then he got 2 last year with the Bengals. And it's like, yeah, I mean, what Eli Apple's Madden rating is what, like a 79? I'd be interested in like what his Madden rating is.
79, like, 77. I mean, in his defense, he hasn't been bad since he joined the Bengals. I think he's been decent this year, actually.
Sure, it's probably maybe his best year, but
yeah, but he's just annoying as hell, and he's always been like that. Even when he was ass, so people already hate him. It's like, bro, you had one good season, and you acting like you're fucking Richard Sherman.
But even then, his stats year over year are worse than last year. There's nothing he's done better this year than last year.
Does it show like his catches allowed and stuff? His yards allowed? Like when he's actually one-on-one? Because I don't know if the stat was true, but I saw a stat and they weren't terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
he doesn't get interceptions or anything.
I feel like he's not. I feel like if my number 1 is going against Eli Apple.
Oh, I'm not saying he's a number 1. I'm just saying he hasn't been terrible.
That's where I'm going. Same with my number 2, depending on who it is. I think I'm attacking Eli Apple. I would never get to the line and look to my right and see Eli Apple and be like, all right, maybe we should focus on the left side of the field.
What if your number 2 was Michael Gallup?
That's going to be tough because I dislike both of them equally. So I'm not sure. I think I would take Michael Gallup because I think he can out-jump Eli Apple.
Well, it doesn't help when you have Jesse Bates over the top.
That's fair.
Eli Apple's Madden rating is a 75.
Gave him too much credit. I said 79. Hey, my gosh. Okay, so all right. So moving on to we'll start with the NFC Championship game. The 49ers and the Eagles. Who you got in that game?
I hope the 49ers win by 50.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think the Eagles win by 3. I think the Eagles can just score too much for Brock Purdy.
Let's see. The Eagles are -2.5.
-2.5. It's a push, huh? Slight favorite, basically a push.
That would be 49ers as a slight favorite by a point.
I got the Eagles. Again, I hope they lose though. And
I think
they
I'm also
respect.
I'm taking the Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles. But plus 122 money line for the 49ers though, and 2.5.
Not the worst.
That might be nice actually.
I think Brock Purdy is going to have the worst day.
I know. It's coming. Like it's coming.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to pressure the fuck out of him.
The Eagles defense is good.
And they're going to get home. The Cowboys the Cowboys got there, but they didn't get home. The Eagles are going to get home.
We'll get back to that in a second. Eagles by 2 touchdowns. If you're not scoring 20 plus in the first half, then it's a tough game against the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
they're going to score.
The 49ers they have to score first. I think if they go up like 10-0, like up 2 possessions early, then I would start to believe in the 49ers. But I think Jalen Hurts, first of all, Jalen Hurts very focused right now. That dude's been focused all year. And I feel like he's not gonna slip up. I feel like I'm just not betting against Jalen Hurts.
That team is just so fucking stacked.
They just have so many ways to beat you.
You have 3 Hall of Famers on your O-line, 2 number 1 wide receivers, and number 1 running back.
And they're healthy now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Dallas Goedert's back to
I was going to forget about him. Top 5 tight end.
Yeah, I think that's going to be tough for the 49ers. And at some point, Brock Purdy is going to look like a Mr. Irrelevant. And I think that better this game than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
I think you'd have a better game in the Super Bowl than he's going to have if they got there.
No, because you get an extra week, don't you, to game plan for the Super Bowl?
It's going to be cold in the link.
Yeah. In Philly, the Eagles fans, are going to be.
But I think the Eagles defense significantly better than both the defenses he would play in the Super Bowl.
That's true. However, say that he plays against.
I say that. Not San Francisco. I mean, not. Sorry. The Bengals defense is actually all right, I guess.
Also, I think the Bengals and the Chiefs offensively are both light years better than the 49ers. Okay, I wouldn't say light years, but I would say definitely better because they have Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow.
Eagles, 49ers offense, they don't even need a wide receiver. They just need the quarterback to not fuck up.
Right. But I'm saying all in total, like because they only have like Brock Purdy and they don't have Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow.
Well, yeah.
I don't think the 49ers would outscore the Eagles the Bengals or the Chiefs in a shootout.
No.
I think the 49ers defense would get the stops they need for it to not be a shootout, though.
I also agree with that, too. But if they didn't, then they would lose.
That's fair.
And I think that's what's going to happen on Sunday.
The Eagles defense play with the 49ers offense.
It's going to be cold in Philly. I don't think Brock Purdy's ever played in the cold.
I mean, Iowa State, you probably play in some.
Play in the Big 12.
Yeah, he plays in Oklahoma and
that's true.
Texas most of the time.
I'm pretty sure he's from Arizona.
That's fair. It's gonna be 37.
It's gonna be fucking cold in a bitch.
Windy 37.
Yeah, windy as hell.
Yeah. 3 p.m. game. So I mean, you might get lucky with some sun.
It might get the tail end of the sun.
Yeah. And the thing is, Philly fans don't give a shit how cold it is.
Damn.
They don't. They're a different breed, bro. When they came to Soldier Field and were just rowdy as hell. Like it was cold than a bitch at Soldier Field, and there's Philly fans who were just wearing cargo shorts and long sleeve shirt, just like
Oh, that's all you got.
I'm like, brother, you need my. They're giving away bear scarves at the game. You don't want a scarf, bro? Like, so they do not.
Look at the weather. It's
They
snowing in Dallas right now, isn't it?
They don't care. Off topic, but did you see that bullshit Danny Alves did?
Go ahead and look that up.
I did
I
not.
don't know. What
I
that
did
is.
not. Do I want to look it up?
TOS.
Yeah, I was like, are we
Probably.
Danny Alves rape accuser recognized a tattoo on his abdomen.
Yep. Jail.
So he lost.
Jail.
That's tough. Falls into a police trap.
Idiot. Criminals are so stupid.
Allegedly raping a young woman in a nightclub in Barcelona on December 30th. Like, I think that's crazy. You
can get it anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. I think just like rapists in general, I think are just crazy. Like, they're obviously something's wrong with them if you feel they need to do that. But it's just like there's just so many people out there that at some point someone maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Oh man.
Just
apparently there's a video.
Go to a brothel or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a prostitute or a hooker or something. I don't know. That's crazy. Anyway, he lost. He lost.
So.
Danny Alves, go to jail.
Jail. Stay there.
Better not see no free Danny Alves till it's backwards. Tweet. Stay your ass in there. Anyway. Okay. Chiefs and Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
I don't think anyone's stopping the Bengals right now.
Give me the Bengals. I don't think they can slow them down. I don't think Patrick Mahomes can physically keep up.
It's a shame. It's a shame that he got hurt the way that he did. People were saying too that like that hit on Mahomes was malicious. It's not. It's just unlucky.
Have they said the grade of the sprain?
Let's look it up. But it's bad.
Well, any high ankle sprain is bad, but
they're pessimistic about his high ankle sprain.
I'm going with the Bengals.
He has a grade 2 ankle sprain. So normally that would take 5 to 8 weeks to fully
heal. I was saying, ain't no way. He might re-injure that. I'll be surprised if he finishes the game.
I mean, all you can do is make that worse.
I'll be very surprised if he finishes the game. If he plays at all.
I mean, Andy Reid's got to think about, because you can make that worse, and to where it's like a lingering thing for the rest of your career. Like, you gotta have to think about the rest of your career here too.
They also got to think about that they owe that dude $450 million still.
Exactly, and a lot of that's guaranteed, right? Like, so whether he plays or not, he's getting that money.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
I think he tries to go if he feels like they got a shot to win. You gotta stay out there and just hope he doesn't re-injure it. But
that's crazy.
If it gets bad quick, so they get down 17, 14.
Might as well chalk it.
You see Chad Henne.
Hey, Chad Henne, 98-yard drive on the cool. Yeah, let's see. Vegas thinks that this ankle sprain is bad because they have Cincinnati as 1.5 point favorites on the road.
I agree.
So they do not believe in the Chiefs at all, or Pat Mahomes. His ankle, anyway. But I gotta ride the hot hand. I think I'm taking the Bengals.
I'm going Bengals too.
I'm taking Bengals -1.5 because if they win, they're covering that.
Yeah.
Easily. So
It's some good games. I'm excited.
I think this was the best. I mean, outside of like Chiefs Bills, because of who we thought the Bills were, I think Chiefs, Bengals, 49ers, Eagles, there's a lot of good storylines. This is probably the best possible outcome, honestly, in the NFC, AFC. I mean, it's a lot of chalk, and we don't necessarily love chalk, but at the end of the day, like, I don't want to see the fucking. I wouldn't have wanted to see the Jaguars against the fucking either the Chiefs or the Bengals. Like, I wouldn't have, or sorry, or the Jaguars versus the Bengals. I wouldn't have wanted to see that. I don't think, unless Jalen Ramsey was still on the team, then I would. Okay, so
Super Bowl and we gonna win that beat.
Going to the Super Bowl and we gonna win that bitch. Okay, so let's talk about predictions for next year, because ESPN put an article about it. So I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Talking about, we'll start with Brady, but then we'll talk about Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, DeAndre Hopkins, and so on. So starting with Brady, where do you think that he's going to go?
I think he stays in Tampa.
New England.
No. And I don't even want to put that thing, what you just said, on Spotify or anything like that, because some random Bostonian is going to take that and run with it and be like, you're gonna gas him up, give him false hope that he's coming back. He's not coming back.
He's back.
What? I feel like that can only end badly because the Patriots aren't set up to win a Super Bowl next year, and he's gonna go there. They're gonna sell more tickets than they did this year. They're gonna sell a shit ton of Brady jerseys, or they're just gonna wear the same ones that they've been wearing. And if he doesn't play well in New England, that's only going to hurt his legacy of a Patriot. It'll turn into Brett Favre.
Nah, I think, like Adam said last week, he's not going to leave Tampa to go play in cold-ass Boston again.
It is cold here.
I
saw the sun. I saw the sunshine for the first time since the New Year today. There's no sun. You're just horrible. So yeah, he's not coming back. I think that if he doesn't stay in Tampa, he's going to the Raiders.
Vegas.
Probably.
I think that's what ESPN thinks too.
Say that again.
I think that's what ESPN thinks too.
The Raiders. I think the Raiders make a lot of sense. Defense is decent. They have good receivers. Devontae Adams. They got Hunter Renfrow. They got Darren Waller. Like,
I saw something that said they might try to move on from both of them. Actually, like the Raiders might blow it up.
I feel like if they get Brady, they wouldn't.
Fair.
But if they don't, then yes, I could see that, because both of them did not have good years, and Darren Waller was hurt a lot of the year. But I think that Tom Brady goes to Vegas. Lamar Jackson, ESPN has them to the Falcons, which, like, I would not have thought of that.
For what?
But if I'm Lamar Jackson, I don't hate it.
They suck.
But so do the Ravens, kind of. And I get to play indoors. And the division is not good.
Yeah, but also my team's not good.
But your team's not good now.
Yeah, but your team is like you play in a shitty division already.
But I get to play in a worse division with a slightly worse team. Indoors.
with a much worse team.
I don't think the Falcons are that.
The Falcons versus Ravens is not a close football game.
It is.
No way, right?
No way, man. No way. We're not even talking about it, bro. The
Come
Ravens
on.
went 10-6 without their starting quarterback. With Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley is he's just diet Lamar Jackson. So
I mean,
No.
good for Lamar.
where do you think he goes though? Where would he
Dallas.
go? Do you think he stays in Baltimore?
Yeah.
I think he goes. I'm changing mine. I think Brady goes to Oakland. I think Lamar goes to Tampa.
That makes more sense to me.
I think that Tampa spot opens up somehow. Either Brady retires or he leaves, and then going back to Florida. You know,
What about Miami?
I think Miami sold on Tua. They already
What if
said they are.
Tua's brain cells are not sold on him?
It will be,
We have to
but
think about that.
I think they're gonna. I think Miami's rolling with Tua because they're building something. He knows the offense. No point in starting over or something that's not guaranteed. And Tampa's wide open. So Lamar goes there. Brady leaves.
Derek Carr.
Houston.
New England.
I would like Derek Carr, New England. I think that works. I think he's just as good of a thrower, if not better, than Mac Jones. I think he's a better player overall than Mac Jones, and he's more mobile. You could do more things with him.
Ayers, why you say Houston when they're going to draft a quarterback? Did he signs there knowing that you have Bryce Young behind you?
Maybe they don't take Bryce Young.
Or CJ Stroud?
Maybe they don't take CJ Stroud.
They would be the dumbest franchise in the world if they didn't choose either one.
Let's say they didn't. They still have their number 2 overall pick sitting behind you.
I mean, what's the name is a pretty damn good player. What if they want to take the kid from Bama?
Will Anderson, they need a quarterback. They
Yeah.
can't run Davis Mills out there.
If they say you get Derek Carr, you don't need a quarterback.
I don't think they're in Derek Carr win now. Why waste money on that type of situation?
I mean, maybe they're not, but if they feel like, they get a quarterback, they play in a shitty division. They get a quarterback, they get game changing defender in their eyes. If they think he's a game changing defender, then how do you? I mean, the defense wasn't that bad. They weren't good. The offense sucked.
And then you draft Arch Manning in a couple of years.
You think Derek Carr is they're not? I don't know. I don't think Derek Carr want to go there either.
I don't think Derek Carr would want to go there.
Yeah,
I think what Eris is saying makes sense. I don't disagree with what he's saying. I also think Derek Carr would be like, "Fuck that! I'm not doing that." I wouldn't want to go to a situation to where I know my team's gonna be ass, and then say that he goes there and they draft a quarterback. Now I gotta play as like kind of like a lame duck. I'm not the long term.
No, you're not the guy.
When like Derek Carr before this year has been a dude, in this league. So
Houston decides not to trade out to the 2 pick, but they don't like the quarterback that's there. Like they don't want whatever quarterback is there. They decide not to trade out the pick. I mean, then you still need a quarterback.
I think at that point, if you're going to do that, what's the difference between staying with Davis Mills and then bringing in Derek Carr when he probably doesn't want to be there? I feel like there's not that much more upside by bringing in Derek Carr than trotting out Davis Mills again.
Having to pay Derek Carr.
Right, that's what I mean.
As well.
ESPN says Derek Carr will sign with the Texans too. So, I mean, they must agree with Eris. But
I've seen it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers. Been reading the Jets, been reading the Colts. Pat McAfee seems set that Aaron Rodgers is going to be an Indianapolis Colt next year.
Why they didn't do that shit?
Yeah, if they trade him,
Fucking supposed to do that. That shit pissing me off.
but
I would love Aaron Rodgers in Indianapolis. If I'm him, I'd want to go to Indianapolis. Got Jonathan Taylor. Get to play in a dome. Conference isn't that great.
I mean, like I said,
You don't play in the cold ever.
I think I'm just sick of watching the Colts do that shit with quarterbacks over and over again. That shit's so irritating.
yeah, just draft a quarterback.
Carson Wentz, decided no. Matt Ryan, decided no.
Phillip
Aaron
Rivers.
Rodgers. Phillip Rivers, yep. Phillip Rivers, what you got for a year?
I think Aaron Rodgers is a little different because he's still playing well. But I agree with what you're saying. There's no stability in that franchise.
That's just annoying. Like I get why the Colts do it. You know, you do whatever you got to do. You'll get the best player that you want to go get. But that shit's just irritating.
They're basically like the transfer portal, and they're just looking at the transfer portal for
just
just
go
the
bring a
best
new
QB
transfer
in
every
the
year.
transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do transfer every year.
I think pairing Aaron Rodgers up with Jonathan Taylor could be good. I think Jim Irsay will spend a bunch of money. I think that makes sense. The Jets. Imagine Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets.
I did see that the Jets said that they would be willing to part with multiple first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers.
That's crazy. If you're the Packers, you got to do it.
I mean, if you're the Jets, it makes if you're the Jets, it makes sense. Because I didn't. You got the young receiving core. You got the young back. Everything. You got damn near everything. You got the All-Pro defensive line.
Their defense is good. Yeah, I would.
If you're the Jets, it's like, what do you got? I mean, I know what you got to lose, but also
I don't think
that's a win-win situation for them. I think if I was willing to take those picks and I get rid of Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be a headache. Just start over. The Packers, I don't see how you turn that down. And quarterback, the Jets got to keep up too because
everyone else around them in their division is getting better.
Well, and they'll also if they don't try, they'll fucking lose all the young pieces that they built, that they've developed. Quentin Williams,
they're still cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap as fuck. Yeah, you got a nice little. You can play really well with these dudes. With them being on, rookie deals. I think Quentin Williams has another year on his rookie deal.
Yeah. I just think if I'm Aaron Rodgers, do I want to play in the cold again? Like another cold division.
I don't think that bothers him that much.
I don't think it bothers him either. I'm thinking this as myself. I just wouldn't want to do that anymore. I hate doing anything in the cold, so but yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care at all. But yeah, the Jets are interesting. I think the Colts would be interesting too. I would say if Aaron Rodgers was like 2 years younger, I think the Colts would be more interesting because you have more time to build a team around him. I think at his age, you don't have as much time as I think the Jets are more ready to win right now. I mean, how they almost made the playoffs and they trotted out 3 different starters.
Mike White.
Mike White lost me on goddamn fantasy championship.
By not playing?
No, by playing.
By playing?
Yes.
Couple other names of note: Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd. They have to make some decisions on. Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, as Eris was talking about earlier. But DeAndre Hopkins, what do you think the DeAndre Hopkins is going to do?
I don't think he's going to do Arizona.
No.
I think he ends up in Dallas.
Dallas?
I can see that.
Ooh.
Go fucking do it. Go fucking do it.
I can see him being in Dallas and being ass or being hurt or some shit. I don't wish that on me.
Yep.
That's going to happen.
Sounds like somebody that's going to play in Dallas.
I'm also seeing the Patriots and the Ravens. I think he would make a lot of sense for the Patriots if he would want to play there.
The Ravens only make sense if Lamar Jackson is there.
Yeah, if Lamar Jackson's not there. One, he's not going to go there.
He's not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna go fucking play for whoever the fuck they have playing quarterback for them. Tyrod Taylor probably. I feel
I feel bad for Tyrod Taylor.
I feel like Tyrod Taylor's always he's like the best bridge guy in the league.
Him and Teddy Bridgewater, just the two best bridge dudes. Basically the same guy.
Yeah, I think
he's one wears gloves on both hands. Other than that, they're the same thing.
Same thing. Best bridge guys in the league.
Last thing in this article, kind of interesting. So say that the 49ers, long way away from this, but say that the 49ers win the Super Bowl this year with Brock Purdy starting. What do you do with him and Trey Lance?
I saw something that said that Brock Purdy goes into next year as the starter.
And then what do you do with Trey Lance?
Anything.
You move? I feel like you got to move him then.
You move him. Yeah, you move him.
While he still has 2 more years left, 3 more years left.
I mean, if you're not sold on him, you move him and see what you can get for him. Obviously, it at this point, it's like you don't really need anything, right? So it's like, you don't really have a glaring place where you need to get a guy. You don't have any, so everybody's rotational or some kind of draft pick or something. Just move them anywhere.
Yep. It seemed like the same situation with Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray.
True.
Like you think you have your guy in Josh Rosen, and all of a sudden, hey, it's Kyler Murray. Well,
but the 49ers traded 3 first-rounders to get him.
Arizona traded up to draft Josh Rosen too, didn't they? To get him number 2.
Josh Rosen got drafted later. Wasn't there like
I think he was like 10.
that video of like there were 9 mistakes before me or some shit like that.
Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was number 10.
And then Kyler Murray got drafted the year afterwards or something.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. That'd be bad. I mean, a good problem to have, I guess. But I mean,
we've seen it happen.
That's true.
Kirk Cousins. The Kirk Cousins came about. Didn't he take RG3's job?
Yep.
Yes. Then Colin Kaepernick took Alex Smith's job too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've seen it in that organization before. Anyway, but then like, what if you trade Trey Lance, as Lil Green said, to the Saints, and then Brock Purdy is ass? Then what do you do?
Take the L. You fuck me up.
I think drafting a quarterback again next year.
Well, my thing is, I think you're only trading Trey Lance if you think he's ass. If you don't think he's ass, then you don't move him, right? If you think he can start for your team, then I don't think you move him.
I think you would need to know before. You need to know pretty early on in training camp if he is ass or not, because his trade value is only going to go farther down the more his rookie deal gets eaten up.
I think they know now, which is why I think that they are convinced and they're okay with moving him now. Like, obviously you can't move him now, but I think they're already okay with like the idea of him moving.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I think they're already convinced that Trey Lance isn't that good.
Or he's not that much better than Brock Purdy, who is a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cap space. Things you're saving.
That's tough. Yeah. Whatever. That is tough. Okay. So okay, so Eagles -2.5, Bengals -1.5. That is our picks this weekend. I don't think that we're doing that well in that fantasy pool.
Don't need.
I don't even want to look at it. I don't think
we lost our quarterback.
Because we picked. Well, we picked 2, right? We picked.
I think we have Jalen still.
Jalen Hurts.
We did pick a lot of 49ers. I think we picked 3 49ers.
What's your friend's name?
Dan.
We did pick Christian McCaffrey too, right?
Dan.
I mean, McCaffrey, Kittle, and Robbie Gould. Did Robert Gold make like
Hey,
not
we're
three field goals?
30th right now.
Moving up.
Not horrible. Yeah, we were like 48th before. Or
We were
something.
40 something before.
Moving up.
Let's see.
Lost our quarterback though. If we kept our quarterback, hey.
Joe Burrow would have been a good pick,
GGs.
boy.
We almost picked Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just gonna blame Adam.
Okay, deal. Good with that.
So we picked Josh. We picked Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. So we still have Christian McCaffrey. We lost Austin Eckler. We lost Saquon Barkley. We still have Miles Sanders. Stephon Diggs is gone. We picked Justin Jefferson, also gone. We have Jamar Chase. We have AJ Brown. We also picked CeeDee Lamb. We have Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Harrison Butker still. We also picked, this is might be an all-time launch by us, but we also picked Cowboys legend Brett Maher.
Oh, fuck.
I told you chose Robbie Gold over for Brett Maher, and we picked the 49ers defense, didn't we?
We did, which we still have. Obviously.
That's not bad. Brett Maher was
But we also picked Buffalo's defense. So
The thing is, Brett Maher did exactly what we said he was going to do, except he didn't make them bitches. He kicked that bitch a lot.
He kicked it a lot. Like that could have been a really good pick, honestly.
He kicked it a ton.
He kicked it a lot.
This,
6, 7.
it's a big launch, Harris.
We have 8 players left. And honestly, I mean, sorry, we have nine players left. And I mean, that's pretty synonymous with everybody else. Most people have, there's a lot of people ahead of us that only have 8 players left.
Yeah.
So that could work in our favor.
A lot of it comes down to that quarterback. We have at least one quarterback in the Super Bowl.
So we
got a shot.
We're big Eagles fans. We need it.
We gotta have one. We had both.
Also, JS hasn't paid yet, so he could be out. He's ahead of us. So
shout out to non-payment. No.
So we're not out of it yet.
Hey, might be some money. Let Jalen Hurts start hoop a little.
Right. I mean, we only need to get top 10 to get into some money. Top 10 gets you 50. 5th, 6th, and 7th get, or so 6th and 7th get you 100. 4th and 5th get you 200. 3rd gets you 400, and then 700 and 1,500. So we got a shot here. We're not as bad as I thought we were. I thought we were in the shitter.
I thought we were top, but Josh Allen played like dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, not only did he lose, but he played like he didn't help. He didn't send us with points on the way out.
Yeah, if he hooped, then we might have been good.
Yeah.
But
We probably would be in some money right now if he would have at least played fine. We should have picked Joe Burrow. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna pick Patrick Mahomes. Let's be honest.
That's true. Okay. All right. Well, let's finish with some Pirtle Weddle and then get out of here. Okay. Back on Pirtle. Don't need introductions.
I'm starting to think that today might be Dorian Day.
It's not going to be Dorian Day. I'm letting you know
Dorian
right
Day.
now. There's never. It's never Dorian Day.
Man.
Dorian Finney-Smith. Nothing.
It's D-Day.
Well, not bad. Not bad. We got a forward, 6'8" or 6'9", an older forward in the West. What about
Is it a LeBron James day?
Raymond.
LeBron?
Braun is listed at 6'7", is he not?
No, I think he's 6'8". Ain't no way it's LeBron James. I feel like we gotta send it. LeBron James?
Bro.
Wow.
Bro.
Come on,
Yeah,
Lebron.
Of all the days we get
All
LeBron
the
James.
Yeah, Lee,
I
bro.
feel like this too. If it's a top 10 player, it's 2 shots.
Hey
New
man,
rule.
come on, man.
2 shots, bro. The
Two
go.
shots for
Relax.
LeBron.
Yeah, Lee,
LeBron
bro.
James. LeBron James.
Lee, bro, Jamez.
Yeah, it's a good call, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna guess Anthony Davis.
I
And then
was gonna
like,
go. I think I was initially gonna go Trevor Ariza, but I don't think he's in the league anymore.
It's
he
crazy
probably gets
because
traded somewhere.
there's an alternate universe where Eric says LeBron James every time instead of Dorian. I feel like it's not far away.
Look at us.
There's a Omer Yurtseven down there, number 8 down there.
All right. Back on Weddle. Hooping in this too. Eris. Who are we starting with?
Let's go Joe Mixon.
Oh shit. We lost.
Hey, we start with a
Oh,
Sooner. Ain't no.
Adam,
Start with a
listen,
Sooner.
listen.
No.
Barkley got bounced from the
We're
playoffs.
not starting with a Sooner.
He got bounced from the playoffs.
Boomer.
Different running back today. Start with a different running back.
Oh
Sooner.
my God.
Start with a different running back today, man. Start with a different running back today.
Mm-mm.
Start with a different halfback today, man. Somebody in the playoffs.
Okay, so not a running back in the NFC.
Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Please don't be Daniel Jones.
My bad.
Daniel
Vanilla Big.
Jones.
Let me put some respect.
Thank
on it.
God.
No.
Thank the Lord.
Quarterback, though.
Thank the Lord.
6'3" QB.
Justin Fields.
I said 6'3".
Justin
QB.
Fields.
Maybe you didn't hear. I said 6'3".
Is this thing on? Justin Fields.
It's not fucking Justin
We
Fields.
have one.
Justin Fields is 6'3", though.
I like Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts in the
not-
NFC East, Adam.
Not
Also
Justin
the
Fields.
NFC East.
I'll take
Anybody
2 shots.
get Justin Fields.
What'd you say?
2 shots. I bet you 2 shots is not Justin Fields.
Bet you 2 shots it is Justin Fields.
Adam about to be shotted up.
Justin Fields, 2023 NFL MVP. Bang. Let's go!
God.
Nah. I've been hustling. Nah. Ayers gets LeBron. No.
We do this.
Nah.
We do this.
Chad.
Justin Fields. That's 2 shots.
This bullshit. You
That's
looked
2
this
shots.
shit up, bro. Y'all called it. I know we get LeBron, Justin Fields. Who's next? Dak Prescott. Oh, but Ayers don't like Dak. Dirk Nowitzki.
That's 2 shots, Adam.
Let's
go,
move,
Mr.
Adam.
Let's go, Mr. Unlimited.
That's so unlucky, man.
I like it.
If this next guy isn't somebody I like, I'm gonna be pissed.
I want to know Justin Fields' height because I don't think that he's 6'3".
No, he is.
That's 6'3". Yeah, sorry. You lost. Okay. All right. What a hard mode. Let's give the floor to Adam. Adam, who do you want it to be?
Ironically, I wanted to be Saquon Barkley.
So we're not starting with Zach Martin.
No.
Okay. And this is the time where it's gonna be a lineman.
It's not gonna be a line. We had a lineman last time. This might be a Dallas Cowboy, fellas. Come on.
No shot.
But it's not going to
No.
be Dak Prescott. It's going to be a defender. DeMarcus Lawrence.
He's above 20. He's older than 25.
Oh shit, you're right. Young Cowboy.
No, I don't think it's a Cowboy. I think you're safe on the Cowboys.
Okay, so Eagles.
Try
CJ.
Jamin Davis.
It's gonna be a defender.
Try
Say that
Jamin
again?
Davis.
Ooh,
Okay, I was gonna say try CJ Garner Johnson, but don't do
that was gonna be my pick.
that. So outside
23-year-old. 23-year-old. Not a
linebacker,
linebacker.
lineman, DN.
Chase Young. Is he young? Or-
Chase Young is on. No way. Chase Young is 23.
Did
No,
he
he
come
might
out
be.
early?
He might be 23. It might be Chase Young.
Hooping. Chase Young. Bang!
I don't like Chase Young, so we're good.
No, I don't. Make that up.
I don't like Chase Young.
That's too easy. Shouts out for Chase Young.
Shouts out for Chase Young, Adam.
There's a Michigan backpack in the corner of my room. You can see it. It's the Michigan backpack right there.
Yeah, Chase.
You like Michigan? Their ass.
We'll take your bitch again.
Hey, we got Nick Evers. We got Tanner Mordecai.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You know who Tanner Mordecai is. We watched him in the state championship
Is there
years ago.
You'll be chucking that. Yeah, I mean, he was in high school 10 years ago, but he's seasoned now, so
He's seasoned. Yeah, okay.
I feel good about it. So yeah, I mean, good day of Pirtle Weddle. Efficient, very efficient by us. I would say let's try a mugshot challenge, but I feel like vibes are high right now.
Yeah,
Vibes are high right now.
I feel like we're not winning that, man.
I just want to get a 5 out of 5 at some point.
Wishful thinking.
We've gotten 3 out of 5 before. That means
Have we?
We
It
were
was like the
just
first
one-
time.
The first time.
That was
So
the first
thought-
one they just gave us that to get us hooked.
I think so. I actually think so.
Reel us in, man.
They did. I think they did. Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll be back next week, Monday or Tuesday. Give the recap of the AFC NFC championship games. So hopefully I win some money, so I can't lose it on Adam and Eris's teams. So
Okay.
take that with you on the way out. We're a Joe Burrow podcast now, so Joe Burrow, we ride. Let's ride.
Y'all are a Joe Burrow podcast.
Hey, if you see me with a Bengals beanie on in the near future, no, you didn't. That's all I got to say. But show will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio later tonight. Enjoy the weekend. Good football. Wash your hands. All that shit. Justin Fields, 6'3".